ready? You feel the fan? Hello YouTube, I'm here tonight with Junior. Wanted to kind of feature all of my pets, and so we're up to Junior. He is my other doggy, and he is a chihuahua, as you can tell, I'm sure. Although he kind of resembles a rat at times. um, he's 8 years old, I think. I'm pretty sure he's 8. I got him when he was 9 months old. I adopted him from a lady that she was going through chemo at the time, and he was just way too rambunctious for her. It's kind of a sad story. She was a doll collector, and she had a beautiful home and beautiful dolls, and she not only gave me one of my dogs, but she actually got me interested in doll collecting. So she kind of started that for me, because she had such a beautiful collection, and you could see how happy it made her, and it gave her something else to focus on while she was going through all the stresses that she was going through due to the illness and stuff. But when it comes to Junior, it's kind of a sad story, kind of a funny story too, because her family had got her a little puppy chihuahua, but unbeknownst to them, I think that's the word. Unbeknownst, is that a word? All right. Unbeknownst to them, the puppy was a puppy mill puppy, and they didn't realize this until they later did their research. That puppy sadly died, and so when that puppy died, they went out and they found this little guy, and he was just wild and crazy, and so it didn't work out with him either. So one day I walked into the pet store to buy food for my little farm of pets, and saw him up on the wall being offered for free. Um, so we went over there and met them, and she had to, she warned us that she had to, before she even let us see him, that he was really hard to catch. She could never catch him, and he hated her boyfriend. He doesn't like men. So I had to catch him, and thankfully he knew I wasn't a man, and he did. He was fine once I got him, and she ultimately chose us to be his new family because she said she noted how comfortable he was in my arms. And as you see, he's still comfortable in my arms. And his name is Junior because his name originally was Chico, but we already had a Chico, so his name, of course, became Junior. And creative, huh? And yeah. And she called for a few days. She was into calling to see how he was doing, and she actually called one day and told me she was giving me one of her dolls. So it was really super sweet, and I will never forget that. It was a collector's doll. It was a big porcelain doll. It was about 2 feet tall. It was really cool. Um, so yeah, so I got a dog. A dog and a doll from this very sweet lady, and I feel bad till this day because we moved. We moved from Michigan and came down to Florida, and I often wonder she tried calling after a while and realized we were no longer there. But as maybe she'll see this, hopefully she's doing well, and or maybe a family member will somehow miraculously see this one day, and they will see that Junior is very loved, very relaxed, and he lost a couple of his bottom teeth, which he's showing off. So I may as well point that out too. Um, but yeah, that's a whole story in itself. But it's kind of a horrible story. He was chewing on a I don't know don't remember what it was. It was a toy that got wrapped. It was for dogs. Got wrapped around his two bottom teeth, and it was horrible. Um, but other than that, he's doing just fine. And he still doesn't like men, but he has allowed my brother to teach him how to sit. So he's a good boy, and we like him. And he needs his nails done. Oh goodness, he's just a mess. He, he stinks too. He gets oily. Chico doesn't get oily, but this guy, he has the type of skin fur that gets oily really fast, and you're not supposed to bathe dogs that much because it strips off the good oil, so he gets oily and icky fast. But so I usually try to wrap him up in a baby blanket, but there are no baby blankets available at the moment, so here it is, stinky and all. Okay, I guess that's it. I made some notes because it was such a he actually had a little story to go with them, but I think that was kind of it. Junior's little story. He's a little guy. He they when they put him on his picture up on the board, they advertised him as a toy chihuahua. I think it was a teacup. He's clearly not a teacup chihuahua. He might be a toy chihuahua. I'm not sure how. I mean, he's probably overweight. Although I do not overfeed him. My dogs get fed dog food, not table scraps. But and he is neutered. I actually wanted to mention that we are advocates of spaying and neutering your pets. Of course, that's up to everyone individually to decide, but we found out that it's really best because he got out one time and I was chasing him all over the neighborhood. And if you don't want your doggy flat in the road, it's best to, for one thing, not let them just get out. But when they're having issues because they're not neutered, they will sometimes bolt out the door. So it worked out really well getting him fixed. So alright, so that's Junior's video. Hello, buddy. I'm suffering from the Florida heat. The fan's on him, but Florida kind of isn't the best place for chihuahuas because their body heat isn't supposed to, or their temperature isn't supposed to go up that much. But we do what we can, keep them cool and comfortable. So, alright, say night. Alright. Night.